Dust on the shoebox lid, dates in a corner, all crooked, your name in the same blue ink. I used to sign every wish I never sent. Coffee ring on the second page, where my hand shook, turned the air to flame. Every word a little too true, so I folded them away from you. I wrote you brave, then I turned afraid, left the truth between the lines I never gave. These are my letters I never mailed, little paper boats that I let fail. Every almost, every nearly, all the versions of you that knew me clearly. Reading old unsent confessions in my room. That's where it happened, and that's where I tell the truth. Tonight I almost called, I read. Ink bled where your silence lived in my head. Yeah, there's one where I moved to your town, another where I say I'm leaving now. Margins full of what ifs, whys, half crossed out plans, underlined goodbyes. I was ready, then I wasn't, so the stamp stayed lost in my pocket. I wrote you close, then I stayed unknown, built a home inside the words I never showed. If I sent them now, would they even land or burn out like the hole on the back of my hand? Maybe they were meant to find just me instead. Truth addressed to your name, but living in my chest.
Dusk on the porch step, pain on his hands, coffee gone cold, phone face down in the sand of the day. He mouths old surnames, half under breath. Some he still clings to, some fall short of his tongue like a thread. Almost those are names and faces, blurred and free, like ink in the rain. He tries to trace them anyway, almost erased. They flicker at the edge of frame. He's reaching through the grain, yeah, for names that time has almost schoolyard initials carved in a desk. The teacher who laughed at every wrong answer he gives. The neighbor who vanished one summer break. He sees a red jacket, but not how her laughter would shake. He keeps a box by the bed, ticket stubs, folded notes, snappy threads, holds each scrap up to the light. Don't go yet, not tonight. Hey, balls, name and faces, blurred and frayed, like ink in the rain. He tries to trace them anyway, almost erased. They flicker at the edge of frame. He's reaching through the grain. Door clicks, quiet earthquake, your shape still in the air. Steam on the mirror outlines you there. My sleep smells like shampoo, phone face down. Fingertips ghost in my wrist, where your thumb once read what I never said. This is the moment after goodbye, when the room forgets your name. All I'm holding is the echo of your hand. Is the memory of a touch that stayed. Coffee cup, half a circle, your lip print fading in. One hair on my jacket, tiny, almost gold string. I press my palm to my chest, chasing the last of your heat. Every nerve a photograph of the way our fingers used to meet. Light from the hallway falls where you used to stand.
devil under my shoes. Streets empty, but my head's too loud. You slammed the door on that June. Now it's just footprints and faded vows. I keep walking under the moon like it's still shining for two, chasing all the dreams that burned out when you moved on. You left, but the sky still shines silver on these fault lines. Guess the dark knows how to hold me when you're gone. Oh, yeah, yeah. Your name in the cracks of my phone. Old texts like postcards from a ghost. Breath turns to clouds in the cold. Every step stretching out what hurts the most. I keep walking under the moon like it's still shining for two, chasing all the dreams that burned out when you moved on. You left it, but the sky still shines silver on these fault lines. Guess the dark knows how to hold me when you're gone. If I turn back now, will the night rewind? Would I see you there in that borrowed light? Or will we just sparks in a summer sky? Blinking you're gone, but I still walk on. Ash in the tray, coffee gone cold on the sill. Your jacket still hangs like it's waiting by the door. A match cracks the dark, tiny star. Then the paper flares, first breath hits my lungs, and you're standing there. I said I quit you, I said I was done, but the ghost on my tongue tastes the same as your love. The scent of tobacco on your skin pulls me back to where we've been. Every drag, every laugh, every fight we never won. I breathe you in, and I cave again. Time folds up, I'm in your hands, in the haze of everything we did. Tobacco on your skin. Tobacco on your skin. We argued in cars, windows cracked, breathing out steam. Your profile and sparks from the tip of a slow routine. You smiled through the smoke, said we're bad but we fit so well. Now that line hits hard like a bruise, I still can't tell. I swore I'd forget you, I boxed up your stuff, yet this bittersweet buzz scent of tobacco on your skin
pulls me back to where we've been. Every drag, every laugh, every fight we never won.
I breathe you in and I cave again. Time folds up, I'm in your hands in the haze of everything we did. Tobacco on your skin. Half-burned filters in an old glass jar. I kept him like proof that we got too far. I'm staring at one like it knows my sins. Do I miss you? Or the way it spins me? Tobacco on your skin. Tobacco on your skin. Heat waves on the highway, her dress in the distance. Goldie swears he sees her laughing like the story he once told. Sunburns on the windshield, sweat sticks to his steering hand. Her name sits on his tongue like dust, like glass, like sand. He reaches for her in a mirage, fingers through the shimmer of the air. For a heartbeat she is solid. He could swear that she was there. He could swear that she was there. He reaches for her in a mirage, touching all the ghosts he can't release. For a heartbeat she is perfect, then she falls back into heat. Motel sign is humming. Ice melts in a paper cup. He reads their old messages, screen light tearing him up. Her shadow in the bathroom, fog writes circles on the glass. He turns to catch her breathing, just his breath, and then it's past. Close your eyes, she's closer. Open wide, she's gone. He counts the lines on his own palm, like they could spell where she moved on. Stay, stay.
but the road just answers with a wave.
Spun socks on hardwood, old band tee, hair half-tied, bills on the fridge, half-open blinds, something holy in the ordinary. Laughed when you missed the rhythm, pulled me in by my sleeve. Said, baby, this song is terrible, but you kept on, wouldn't let me leave. I keep remembering the way you danced in the living room while dust caught the evening light, hanging in the air between us, bare feet, crooked grin, turning slow like time was yours to lose. I keep remembering the way you danced in the living room. Dinner growing cold on the counter, phone buzzing out of sight. You said they can't wait this moment, can't then you kiss me mid-step, mid-line. Shadows long on the ceiling, your silhouette, that silhouette half moon. I swear the world got quiet outside, like it bowed to that little room. I keep remembering the way you danced in the living room while dust caught the evening light, hanging in the air between us, bare feet, crooked grin, turning slow like time was yours to lose. Now the couch is in a different place, new frames on the same old nails, but every time the sun drops low, I see you spinning through the trails, floating in the golden haze. Every laugh and every move turn the stereo down to nothing, and I'm still slow dancing with you. And I keep remembering the way you danced in the living room there. I keep remembering the way you danced in the living room.
Found it in a box under winter coats and dust. Edges curled in yellow like it's tired of being touched. Your arm around my shoulder, plastic cups and crooked smile. Fireworks caught halfway falling, hanging there a little while. This Polaroid blur is all that we were. Can't hear the song, but I still know the words. Colors all bleeding, faces half gone, but that was the best summer night we ever owned. Street lamp in the background, or maybe it was the moon. Someone wrote a date in pen. Got the day, got the year right though. Oh, I don't see the arguments. I don't see how it all went strange. Just your laughing eyes, red plastic chair, and a world that never changed. This Polaroid blur is all that we were. Can't hear the song, but I still know the words. Colors all bleeding, faces half gone, but that was the best summer night we ever owned. I hold it at arm's length, then pull it to my chest. If I squint, I see the moment. If I stare, it's just a mess. Funny how the sharpest joy fades softer over time. But even in the static, you're still burning in my This Polaroid blur is all that we were. Can't hear the song, but I still know the words. Colors all bleeding, faces half gone. We have top drawer, stuck slide, old paint chipped on the side. Your name on every corner of the paper. Folded ghosts in a row, little storms I never chose. Postmarks fading like the day I let you go. So I keep a drawer full of letters I can't bring myself to read. Every line could be a landslide. Pull me under while I bleed. So I leave them in the shadows like a fire behind the door. Yeah, a drawer full of letters and I can't look anymore. Coffee ring, last June, you were leaving far too soon. Ink bled through where your hand pressed harder. I trace the edges, then I freeze. Heart climbs up into my teeth. All that almost love I never keeps this silence loud. Ooh.
Cheap coffee on the counter, half warm, half forgotten. Headlights painting lines on this cracked apartment wall. Curtains breathe, then settle. Old record spinning stutter. He swears he hears her keys in that hallway down the hall. Every quiet corner keeps saying her name. It hangs in the air. He swears it's the same. And as the city lights flicker, he hears her whisper again, soft and fading like smoke, drawing circles in his chest. He reaches out to the echo, but it slips through his hands. As the city lights flicker, she writes her smoke on his name. Her sweater on the chair back, two threads coming loose, phone face down, still shining on that unread midnight text. Steam goes from the shower like the shape of her leaving. He mouths what he should have said, but the words just catch in his breath. Every little silence keeps pulling her close. He talks to the shadows like they already know. As the city lights flicker, he hears her whisper again, soft and faded like smoke, drawing circles in his chest. He reaches out to the echo, but it slips through his hands. As the city lights flicker, she writes her smoke. Oh, streetcars moan in the distance, red glare on the window pane. He listens for her in the hallway. And I'm here, it's barely there, just a trace on the thinning air. Tip jar, folded bills, coffee burned down to mud, chairs turned upside down on the table like a flood. Neon clock says 3, but the room says yesterday. He leans into the frets, lets his worries slip away. Under golden lights, he plays for the last few souls still awake. Just a worn out groove, but it holds them like a secret they won't break. Every note a quiet promise, every band a little shake. Under golden lights, he plays for the last few souls still awake. Dishwasher hums in the back, bartender wipes the same glass. Couple in a corner, counting breaths instead of past. He closes both his eyes, finds a pocket, lets it slide. Thumb on low strings, off like a tide that won't decide. He plays for the last few souls still awake. Just a worn out groove, but it holds them like a secret they won't break. He could pack it in, call it night, walk out to the silence, to the flicker of a sign. But here in this half-empty room, someone taps a finger right in time. He smiles at the floor, lets the last chord hang, then climb. One more turn around the changes for the few still holding on the line. Stands on the bank again, same worn jacket, hands in pockets, watching years drift past like leaves. Your name in the current skips on the surface, little flash of sun, then disappears downstream. Cold river, carrying everything we were still. Somehow you shimmer in every turn. smiles at a stupid joke from another lifetime. Here's your tired laugh in a hum of a passing train. Friends say he's doing fine. He nods and agrees, but you are the quiet way in each ordinary day. A golden river carrying everything we were still. Somehow you shimmer in every turn, every blur. Time moves on like water. Maybe this is growing old, learning what the current keeps. Your face in the rust on the mailbox, your voice in the wind through the trees. He lets the river roll on, lets the angels stay. Not trying to let go, just learning to live that way. Velvet smoke curling from the ashtray, soft and sweet. Her lipstick gone, the rim of a glass he keeps turning in his hand. Low red glow on the crease of a dress like it understands. He leans close, every word a secret in the sand. In the velvet smoke, he whispers her name between the rhythm and the heat. Oh, caught in every breath. She's the only frame in the velvet smoke. Yeah. He whispers her name. Sweat slow dance, running down his back in a crooked line. Her eyes locked over someone's shoulder, never checking time. Laughter spills from a corner table, but he's somewhere else. Mouth at her ear saying who she is, like he can't help himself. In the velvet smoke, he whispers her name between the rhythm and the heat. Oh, caught in every breath. She's the only frame
drumming on the inside of his chest. Her hair, hands steady, 2 fingers tracing circles where his collar rests. The room falls out of focus, just the shadow of her face. He shapes her name like a final taste, and in the velvet smoke he whispers her name between the rhythm and the heat. Caught in every breath, she's the only frame in the velvet smoke. In the velvet smoke. In the velvet smoke. Beneath the pale moonlight, parking lot half asleep, he leans on the driver's side window, breath ghost in the cheap tinted glass. There she is, blurry in the rear view, eyes that he knows by heart. Even when they look past him, he sees her reflection in the glass and smiles through the ache, like holding a photograph that trembles but won't break. He's laughing with a shaking chest, hurt in every breath he takes. He sees her reflection in the glass and smiles through the ache. Her hands on the counter, closing the store for the night. Fluorescent hum, keys on a lanyard. She waves at the dark outside. He stands by the window, so close, but he stays in place. Her face in the glare and the smudges, clearer than his own face. Is this all they get?
lets his hand fall away. He sees her reflection in the glass and smiles through the air, like holding a photograph that trembles but won't break. Streets gone gray, porch light humming low. He turns slow in the door. He kicks off his day at the floor. Coffee cup rings on that old oak table. Phone face down, name still there, unread, unstable. After the light fades, he counts the breaths he's got left. Palms on his ribs, guarding the glow in his chest. World goes cold and quiet, windows black, heavy and pressed. After the light fades, he holds the warmth in his chest. Shirt on a chair, still smells like rain in her. Calendar stuck on a month that's all a blur. TV blue glow, talking to an empty room. He laughs too loud just to cut through the gloom. Tracing cracks in the ceiling, says her name once just to wake up the feeling. If morning's late, if the dark leans in, he'll cup that ember like it's oxygen. After the light fades, he counts the breaths he's got left. Palms on his ribs, guarding the glow in his chest. World goes cold and quiet, windows black, heavy and pressed. After the light fades, he holds the warmth in his chest. harbors half asleep, dark lights blurring shape, salt on his lips, her name in every wake. He walks where the sand still remembers her feet. Wind keeps asking questions he can't repeat. He drifts through the night like a piece of wood in the tide. Let the current pull his tide apart where it decides. Every crash on the shore, he swears he hears her more, searching for her voice in the waves, searching for her voice in the waves. Old sweatshirt hood pulled low on his eyes, phone in his pocket, dead like the sky. A seagull cries echo, sharp in his chest. He mouths, are you there? Water answers the red. He lets go. Does she fade? If he holds on, does he break between the dark and the gray? He lets the water